Hey everyone, it's me, Dr. Whimsy. I'm a naturopathic doctor, a medical intuitive, and a tarot card reader. Or you could call me a green witch, whatever you're comfortable with. Today I've decided to focus on love. I've been getting a lot of questions about love, and let's be honest, love is pretty gosh darn important. And so today we are navigating true love in 2025. So is 2025 your year of finding true love? I certainly hope so. Let's take a look at your choices. There we have it. We have 3 piles. We have pile number 1. We have pile number 2. And we have pile number 3. Now take a moment to meditate. And as you meditate, I want you to think about which stone, which deck of cards is calling you. Maybe more than one deck is calling you. Maybe you have more than one message. But this reading today will be focusing on helping you navigate and find true love in 2025. All right, so without further ado, we are going to do the empath's prayer, and then we are going to give you a reading. Let's do it. Okay. I want to call on white light protection for myself and this community as we ask permission from Spirit to access the Akashic records. We call on our spirit guides and our good angels to be with us. Please give us the clarity and the wisdom that is needed to empower all of us on our journeys to make the best decisions for ourselves, our families, the planet, the people we love, but also to help those that we may have strife with. And together, collectively, as a community, we say, Amen. Let's go in. Okay, so you have chosen pile number 1. Pile number 1. Let's see what your message from Spirit is regarding true love in 2025. And if you haven't had a chance to do so yet, it would be great if you like, subscribe, and think about joining memberships to the channel, because it really helps me continue to do this work. So thank you very much. All right. The message from Spirit for the people who are looking for love, who chose pile number 1, has to do with stability. Your cards are talking about stability. We have jet. We have a type of stone that is associated with the earth. It's associated with pentacles, grounding, and creating stability for yourself in 2025. Remember, when we feel stable, when we feel safe and secure, only then can we really open ourselves to love. And we see here the base of your matter is the Queen of Pentacles. She is the business person. She makes her business. She makes her own money. She is best typified by RBG, who once said, "A woman relies on no one." Not looking for somebody who's going to save you. The answer here is that you save yourself. And by saving yourself and by taking care of yourself, you become open to true love. So the Queen of Pentacles is about her business. So I see you working on business, securing yourself, securing your finances. And there's a possibility here of even investing in new property or possibly buying a new home. Let's see what else we have in store for you. So this is an individual who at this time has attracted stability into her life, and she has drawn this need for a home and a stable life. Where you are right now is the King of Swords. You may not be open to love right now. Instead, you may be wanting to focus on, this is a card that would denote the Ice King, somebody who is very logical. He's chipped ice. He may be somebody who repels others. So it could again be an indication that right now the reason why love has not come to you is because of this lack of stability. And we see there's a karmic wheel here. So the spiritual lesson is, are you stable enough to bring somebody into your life? What is above you? I see stress, particularly stress at night. Sometimes at night, this is when we often are feeling the most vulnerable, feeling overwhelmed by life. And what you're sitting in is concerns about financial investments. So again, everything seems to be pointing to a need to be stable, a need to get control of your life, a need to be the woman or the man that relies on no one. And so for that reason, you may be choosing not to make romantic love your priority. In the past, you may have been a dreamer, the Queen of Cups, somebody who rubbed their lamp and dreamed of better days. And now you're entering into a time where you may feel that everything is crashing around you. But have no fear, because it is simply more information that it all comes down to you. This is the time for you to love yourself. This is the time for you to secure your own home, secure your own stability, so that love can come to you. It's also a time of deep meditation and introversion. Going deep within, letting yourself rest and replenish. Your opposition at this time is a man who perhaps you've been involved with or are still involved with. So you could be holding a torch for somebody, but the relationship is either ending or has ended. And for that reason, you may be feeling like there is no love to get from previous relationships or relationships you're in right now. You can see the Tower coming in also. Perhaps you're in a relationship that's falling apart. This King of Wands is interesting. It's also often an independent type, possibly a fire sign, but it is a man who often will seek space and territory, and he can be a little bit controlling, let's be honest. And so you may feel that in the past there was a little bit of a power differential between you and this other person. The hopes and fears, your own development. The High Priestess seeks inner knowledge. You can see meditation and inner knowledge are what you focus on. At this time, they advise you to flee relationships from the past, flee giving your heart and soul to others, and instead regain your sense of power, regain your sense of judgment. I feel as if this former relationship left you in the clouds. It's this confusion, gaslighting, or a feeling that you are not yourself when you are around this individual. And for this reason, it's caused you to be afraid of being controlled. Remember, our spirituality can sometimes be reflected in our finances, in the sense that this individual may feel like she's not in control, she's stressed out, she's fleeing intimate relationships because she may not feel like she has anything more to give. And the final outcome, smoother waters lay ahead for you for many years to come. They are obliging you now to focus on everything you can do to be empowered, to take care of yourself, to focus entirely on yourself. Right now is not the time for love. Be careful of former relationships where you feel like you are losing your power, and instead focus on self-empowerment. If you do that, the day will come when you can attract a partner who is an equal, who respects you as much as you respect yourself. All right, so that is what we see in the cards for the person who chose number 1. And I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to take a couple cards from the Lenormand deck, the Reverie, and see if we have any more information for you. And the first card is Self-Examination. This is the card of the Looking Glass. And your second card is the Cuckoo Clock. Time is running out. And the final is Letters of Communication. Be careful about communications that you may regret in the future. Instead, focus on self-awareness and self-knowledge. Remember, as long as you take care of yourself and make yourself a priority, then you will be guaranteed the true love that you seek. All right, so this is the reading that we see for group number 1. Thank you for watching. Okay, so if you chose pile number 2, Malachite, then this is your reading, and I hope you enjoy it. Navigating Love in 2025. What is the message for you? These are the deaths. This deck that I'm using right now was developed by Lena Rodriguez and Sienna Rose, if you like it. It's the One Tarot. It's a very nice deck. Thank you, ladies, for making such a lovely deck. All right, so the reading for you for number 2 is the Hierophant. Looking towards God or higher spirit is the base of your matter. And 10 of Pentacles, great love, marriage, and happiness is coming to you. So we see a beautiful card chart so far. Your karma is to be happily married. Your karma, look at that, isn't that lovely? This is the 10 of Pentacles. It's often the happy marriage card. And it is falling in the house of your karma or your destiny. You will know a great love. You will know great happiness in this lifetime. And your base card is the Hierophant. So this is the church. This is the ethos. This is the higher ethos of the individual. It may be an indication that your soulmate is part of your community, could be somebody that goes to your place of worship, could be somebody that you find in, if you're going to a church or a mosque, a temple or somewhere that you are focusing on your spirituality, and this individual you may probably find there. Your first house is the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is sometimes a financial card. It could indicate that you have a new job coming, but it's also associated with messages from Spirit. It's interesting. This looks like Lakshmi and issues of wealth and messages of wealth come to you. So I'm also seeing you investing potentially in economic, new ideas financially for you that will be quite beneficial. So these cards indicate that you have wealth coming to you. 3 of Swords is heartbreak and betrayal. Regarding what? Wheel of Fortune. Well, I think we all have heartbreak. We've all experienced some type of heartbreak, but there is this karma of heartbreak. Page of Cups is associated with Archangel Raphael. He brings the elixir of healing, and there is an indication here, maybe you broke someone's heart in the past. There's a karma here where sometimes we break someone's heart and then sometimes our heart is broken. And what you're entering into is the 10 of Swords. Perhaps you feel that your heart has been broken in the past. Maybe your heart was broken over issues of stability or financially. But we see this heartbreak has come to you and it has a karmic aspect to it. Perhaps there is a spiritual lesson here. I like the fact that they have a phoenix rising, and that's to indicate that despite the disappointments in love, you may be heartbroken in love, the sun will rise again. Maybe you've been betrayed by mischief, somebody who cheated on you or betrayed you. However, there is a guarantee here that if you stay on a spiritual path, you will know love. Love is important. Two of Swords could be denial. Maybe you were in relationships within the past where you were in denial about the true nature of the person that you were involved with. Maybe you continue to love somebody who had already given you up and moved on. This is betrayal, and I'm seeing that here, and a kind of denial, not wanting to see the truth of this person. And here again, we have the devil, which can be codependency or addiction. Sometimes we want to believe the best about people. Sometimes we want to put our head in the clouds, but then there comes a point when we can no longer ignore the truth. And that is basically what we see in these cards. The final outcome for you, I see financial stability in these cards. There's much here that indicates that you are going to be okay financially, both with the Seven of Pentacles and the gift of a new job, but also the Ace of Pentacles or wealth coming into your future. These cards are quite auspicious, but they also warn that there's a need for you to have a realistic view of the relationships you have and have had in the past. You may not have wanted to see people for who they are. The spiritual lesson here for you is to meditate. Self-awareness is coming in with that Two of Swords. And also, it's important for you to see the truth of things, that which is hidden, and accept things as they are, not as you would wish them to be, so that you can have an authentic, true love experience. And we will go ahead and we'll take a couple Lenormand cards just to get a clarification here. And the first is the family dynamic. Maybe you inherited a karma from the past, maybe from your family, that has certain expectations or ideas about love and relationship. Be careful of theft, people that steal your heart or who are insincere, because the mice are associated with theft. And your final outcome is, I see a partner coming to you. I see a good person coming to you. But it's important for you also to see the truth of things, not how you would wish them to be, to focus on your own self-care. And I have to say, your financial cards look very good in the coming years. All right, so that is the reading for group number 2. And I hope you enjoyed that reading. Okay, if you chose group number 3, then this is your reading. You chose a nice clear crystal. You know, it's interesting, there's a lot of work that I do with clear crystals. It can often be used for clearings. It's used a lot in energy healings. It can help direct energy, but it can also help clear energy. This is the idea of crystal. All right, so the base of the matter for group 3 is, I see a partnership of equals. This is interesting because it shows a nice balance between yin and yang. You have the strong masculine energy of the King of Wands coming to you, or maybe it is you. And then the Karma card is the High Priestess. And I love the juxtaposition of the two colors, where she is the knight She is there in the night, giving the hidden knowledge, which is the yin or the feminine aspect. And then you have the King of Wands, which is the yang, that red earth energy. So what I like about your reading is that it's talking about a balancing of the yin and the yang, the balance of the masculine and the feminine in this relationship. This is the kind of connection you would see between a high priestess and a wizard, a high priest and high priest and a high priestess. This is two people who are working together and sharing a common goal or a common vision. Where you're at right now is a place of judgment, making serious decisions about your life and your future. This is someone who is unbelievably spiritual, I feel, because of these cards. These are both major arcana, and you have a major arcana here too. Somebody who looks to higher wisdom. You know, this is somebody making decisions based on higher wisdom, looking for the hidden, and being very, very attractive to the yang, the masculine. You have true love right over you, which is kind of interesting to see that. This is the Ace of Cups. It's as if you are conjuring your beloved. You are conjuring your beloved, you are manifesting your beloved. And I think that's great through this hidden spiritual knowledge. There is a grief or a sadness here over things which are lost in the past, and that's very human. We are only human beings, and sometimes we grieve over the past. You were young. Maybe you didn't know any better. Maybe you were not treated right. But there is some sadness about love in the past. Maybe in the past you closed your heart because of this grief we see. But what you're entering into now is true love. You can see Ace of Cups is entering in and a Two of Cups. You could be someone who is on the verge of meeting your equal, your consort. These cards are excellent. And while we grieve the past, it is very important to realize that your future love is not the person of the past. There's intense sadness I feel here. Nine of Swords, up at night grieving. I feel this unbelievable grief with this individual. Regarding your soulmate, the man or woman that is seeking you at this time, they may be confused or lost. They may not know where to go to find you. They may want to find you as badly as you want to find them. Here is the soulmate card, the Six of Cups. So this person is looking for you or wants to be with you as badly as you want to be with them. However, I feel tremendous wariness and fear because of this grief, this Two of Swords, and this Nine of Wands. And that could be blocking you in future relationships. This is the time of spring, and it would indicate that your beloved could come into your life sometime around spring of 2026. And I see you traveling around that time as well. You have a spring card here, and you've got two cards here, which would indicate travel. This tells me that you and your beloved could meet possibly on a trip. And I think that you could meet them sometime between now and spring of 2026. Quite auspicious cards. However, as I said before, this person has much grief to heal, and that's completely okay because it's part of the human condition. Be kind to yourself. All right, I'm going to go ahead now, and I'm just going to take a couple Lenormand cards to clarify your reading today. And your first card is the Woman Who Waits. The woman who is waiting for her romantic partner. There she is. She waits by the window. And I see a trip again. They're talking about a trip, sailing, going on a trip. And then look for him. This person that you seek could be somewhere else, or it could be someone that you find in another place while you travel. That seems to be the indication here in this reading. All right, I hope you all enjoyed your readings today. If you're trying to get in for a reading with me, you can find all that information below. Once again, thank you for watching, and be kind to all so that all will be kind to you too. God bless, peace out, and we will see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.